The medical consensus has hammered a specific prescription into our collective conscience. Protecting long-term brain health requires a daily commitment to 30 minutes of exercise. But an uncompromising daily standard quickly creates a psychological trap. When an exhausting schedule forces you to miss a Tuesday jog and then a Wednesday gym session, the all-or-nothing mentality takes over. You perceive the entire week as a failure, throw in the towel, and abandon your exercise completely. This raises a highly specific neurological question. If you take all those missed midweek workouts and cram them into 2 intense, heavy breathing sessions over the weekend, does that actually protect your brain from cognitive decline? Or is your biology just ignoring the effort? Fortunately, we no longer have to guess. 2 massive, long-term epidemiological studies have finally compiled the necessary data to test the real-world impact of the weekend warrior lifestyle. Getting this neurological answer right is urgent. The heavy guilt of missing a perfect daily routine is actively keeping millions of adults frozen in inactivity, preventing them from taking the exact steps required to meaningfully reduce their risk of neurodegeneration. The first major piece of evidence comes from the Mexico City Prospective Study, a massive undertaking that tracked the health and habits of over 10,000 adults across a 16-year period. Researchers divided the participants based on their habits. The regularly active adults worked out more than twice a week. The second group, the weekend warriors, concentrated all their exercise into just 1 or 2 weekly sessions. This chart tracks the incidence of mild dementia among those populations. Compared to the high baseline risk of the inactive adults, the weekend warriors exhibited a sharp 25% drop in their risk of cognitive decline. And when we plot the data for the regularly active group, their bar settles right next to the weekend group. The neurological protection is nearly identical, proving the brain receives the same benefit whether the effort is spread out or condensed. There is a methodological vulnerability here, though. This study relied entirely on self-reported leisure time, which is highly susceptible to human error, and our well-documented tendency to exaggerate how much we exercise. While a 16-year survey strongly points to the effectiveness of weekend exercise, permanently dismantling the daily workout dogma requires objective, machine-verified proof of human movement. That objective proof exists inside the UK Biobank study. Researchers bypassed self-reporting entirely, outfitting over 75,000 participants with wearable accelerometers to capture a perfect real-world record of their physical exertion. The target metric was a highly specific biological threshold, accumulating a total of 150 minutes of moderate to vigorous physical activity, or MVPA, every single week. The millions of data points pulled from those trackers revealed exactly how the brain processes this exertion. Human neurology responds to the total volume of intense activity, completely ignoring how frequently those individual sessions occur. Looking at these 2 models of 150 minutes of volume, the outcome is clear. Packing your vigorous exertion into just Saturday and Sunday provides the precise same dementia prevention architecture as distributing it evenly across 7 days. They glow with identical intensity in the data. Concentrated weekend volume is also associated with lower risks for severe motor and vascular conditions, specifically Parkinson's disease and stroke. The physiological benefits of knocking out your weekly volume in 2 days also extend to the prevention of depressive disorders and clinical anxiety. From a strict epidemiological perspective, the distribution of your effort is a secondary concern. Reaching that total volume of exertion is the sole trigger required to activate broad-spectrum cognitive and neurological defense. The label weekend warrior is usually thrown around as an insult for casual, uncommitted gym-goers. The data reclaims it as a scientifically validated, highly efficient strategy for brain preservation. This grid represents the massive population-level stakes at play. Epidemiological models suggest that 13% of all mild dementia cases could be completely avoided if inactive adults simply adopted this 1 to 2 day exercise pattern. Human brain health depends on the total weekly volume of moderate to vigorous activity. Forcing yourself into a daily exercise routine is scientifically optional. It is time to drop the guilt. If an unavoidable career crisis or family demand forces you to miss your midweek workout, you have not failed your week. Now, the game plan is highly actionable. Simply block out 2 75-minute sessions of heart rate elevating activity, such as a long, aggressive bike ride or a steep hike, and execute them across Saturday and Sunday. By redefining when an acceptable workout can happen, we remove the barrier of perfectionism. You don't need a flawless daily schedule to protect your mind. You just need to put in the total effort and let your biology handle the rest.